Okay, so let's see if we can get our clearance. Manchester ground, good evening. It's Easyjet 22 Lima. We're on stand 5, Airbus A320 with information Charlie, QNH1009, requesting clearance to Larnaca, please.
Hey phone, no problem. You're cleared Larnaca. It's December 1 Yankee departure. Got off 23 left. Squawk 7577. QNH1009.
Okay, we're cleared to Larnaca then. Samba 1 Yankee departure. That's runway 23 left. The QNH1009 and the squawk 7577. EZY22 Lima.
EZY22 Lima, read back correct.
Thank you, sir. Okay, clearance is received. Let's have a look at the loading. Okay, the loading is progressing. Today we've got 160 passengers with us. They're boarding quite nicely. We're taking 2,200 kilos of baggage, and the flight's going to be about 4.5 hours, so we're taking just over 14 tons. And I shall put up the flight details and the routing today, just so you can have a quick look. Okay, so let's do the FMC. Get the weather first. For some reason I always get these appear, which are nothing to do with the flight, so we'll just click them and so we can dark them off. So there's the weather. 209 knots variable, visibility is good, broken at 31, overcast at 37, 23 degrees 16, that's looking quite good. Okay, so first thing we do is check the menu. The navigation data is in date, that's cool. So let's load the data, get the flight data. So there we are, flight number is U. To Lima today. Cost index for EasyJet is 12. We're going to go to 350. Outside temperature is 23, so we'll correct that. So now we do the wind request for the complete trip. So it downloads all the wind data for the next 4.5 hour trip. It's all done, so now we go flight plan. Departure runway today is going to be 23 left, and the SID is the Samba 1 Yankee, so we'll insert that. The landing today at Larnaca is going to be ILS runway 22, ILS X runway 22. It's going to be Bonnet 1 Romeo is the star, so that goes in. So quickly run through the plan. Right, so we need to clear that. So we'll clear that for the moment. What we will do later, as we get closer to the destination and we start to come up to the star, we will check this out and we will add the waypoints for the approach as necessary. So now we're waiting for the loading of the fuel and everything to complete, so we get the zero fuel weight calculations. So loading's progressed. We've got 133 on loading. So as soon as all this is complete, then we can get the numbers direct here and send them to the MCDU, so we don't have to input them manually. We're going to be fully loaded today, but we might actually have an earlier slot if this completes reasonably quickly. Clearance is already received. While we're waiting, let's put the squawk code in. Double tap to clear it. The squawk code was 7577. So they're currently on the ground frequency. There's the unicorn frequency as well. Currently only ground is on at Manchester, but that's fine. So we're doing pretty well at the moment. Quick look outside, see what's going on. Oh, our stairs man is having a dance down there. So we're all clear this side, the holds are closed, everything's away. Aircraft is pretty much fueled. We're almost there. Okay, so there we are, the aircraft's fully loaded. 160 passengers on board, 2200 kilos of freight, and the fuel is pretty much in as well, which gives us a zero fuel weight of 59.029, gross weight 73198. As you can see, we're very close to takeoff to maximum weight, which is 73,500. So a couple of quick calculations. In order to get the passenger numbers, I take the dry weight away from the zero fuel weight. So 59,029 minus 42699, which is the dry weight, gives us 16,330. So that's the payload. That's passengers and freight. So now we add the fuel figure to the zero fuel weight to check the gross weight's correct. So 59,029 plus 14200, 73,229. We're a little bit more than it's loaded on there. I actually estimated 14,200, but they've loaded 169, which is cool. We can go with that, it's not a problem. So calculations are complete. Next things to do is send that to the MCDU. Lastly, we put the trim in, 31.7%. And when we do the final calculations, that trim will give us the stabilizer trim. So there's that. We check in at B. That's loaded. 14.2 is correct. Okay, so we're all good. We have enough fuel for the alternate, and that all looks pretty cool. So next thing to do, our departure performance. Okay, let's sync the load sheet. It'll be 2-3 left. Today is dry, even though we've got clouds. It'll be a flat 1 canopy takeoff, no toga. Anti-ice will be off, packs will be on. Takeoff weight 73, that's good. There's the trim. Let's get the weather correct. So that's all correct, so I'll calculate. Gives us 156 for V1. 157 for VR and 157 for V2. Trim is 0.2 up, and the flex is 55, and the clean speed is 232, so that's a flaps up clean speed of 232. It's fairly fast because of course we're heavy. Trans altitude is 5,000, so that's all correct. Send that data to the MCDU. So we close the doors. So doors are closed, let's move everything away.
Mr. Ground, check 6 and whiskey, hold off 4.
So 5,000 will be our initial climb.
All stations, Bryan, Mr. Brown, how do you read?
Readability is about 4, a bit quiet.
So now on this one, we select
Mr. Ground, check 6 and whiskey, taxi to Delta.
Atsu AOC, receive messages.
Stations that have just landed, if you taxi holding point Delta 2 Alpha to move you on further shortly.
So load sheet.
Well, I am in a bit of a rush to what we're going to be,
correct.
wait for your technical issue.
So we click accept, and there we are, there's the route.
Channel 69 whiskey, Roger, thanks, it does happen. You can now taxi stand 113 right via Delta, link 4, and Zulu Orange. A little bit of patience would be nice.
Okay, so before start checklist, first of all the takeoff briefing is okay, it'll be a Samba 1 Yankee on 23 left. Minimum equipment lift is okay. We have the weather, departure alternate, there isn't one. One engine taxi performance is okay even on the weight at the moment. Runway will be 23 left, the flat 1. Trans altitude is 5,000 feet, no problem with the terrain. Performance is okay, sector safe altitude is 3,500. The SID is the Samba 1 Yankee. Radio aids, FMGC is set, emergencies. Any issues before 80 knots we will stop on the runway. Any issues after takeoff we climb out to 3,000 feet and then review the situation. Okay, before start cockpit preparation is complete. Standard is set 1009. ACARS is running, park brake is set.
Good afternoon, EZY2291 X-ray Papa vacated.
Fuel is on board, init B is loaded, the flex to temp is checked,
EZY2291
and we have our takeoff speeds set.
Ground, Roger, taxi stand 105 via correction, taxi holding point Delta 2 for now, via Alpha and Delta.
Delta 2 for now, Alpha and Delta, EZY2291 X-ray Papa.
Beaver 564, you've made a right turn onto Delta there, make your next left turn Papa, say again, next left turn Papa, hold short Papa 1.
Next left on to Papa, hold short Papa 1.
On ground, EZY22 Lima, stand 5, we're ready for push and start.
EZY22 Lima, Manchester ground, hello, stand 5, push and start approved.
That's approved, thank you, 22 Lima. So we have our push clearance, now let's get ready to push out.
Ground from Jet 2 Hotel Whiskey with you, 703 stand 51, requested push and start.
On Jet 2 Hotel Whiskey, Manchester ground, good afternoon,
so departed
stand
1335.
start approved, face east.
Face east, push and start approved, from Jet 2 Hotel Whiskey.
Manchester ground, EZY84 Mike Foxtrot, requesting push and start.
EZY84 Mike Foxtrot, Manchester ground, hello, stand 2, push and start approved, straight push.
Push start approved, straight push. EZY84 Mike Foxtrot.
Parking brakes.
Parking brake set. Okay, so check the overhead. Yep, AVU bleed is on. So starting number 2.
Manchester ground, contact 2 Hotel Whiskey. Can you confirm that push was faced east? Because that would take us, that would like direct us away from the taxi line.
Okay, N2.
Contact 2 Hotel Whiskey, my plan was to make you face into hotel, but you can continue your current direction facing west.
Continue facing west. Sorry about that, Tom. 2 Hotel Whiskey.
No worries.
Manchester ground, landed runway 23 right, requesting taxi to the gate. Air under 473.
Area.
So I've just turned off the air traffic for the moment, just the sound, so we can hear everything's thought up. So number 2 is available, starting 1. And that's available, so we do that. Okay, so APU bleed, APU is off. Seatbelt signs are on. Just double check that. Right, parking brake is set, so I don't know why that keeps telling me that. Performance data is checked. Arm the spoilers. Okay, set the flaps.
And all stations, New Manchester QNH 1010. Say again, New QNH 1010 with new information, Delta, Manchester broadcast out. It's 4 Mike Foxtrot, taxi holding point Papa 1, hold short 23 right, via Lima and Papa.
Taxi 1 point Papa 1, 23 right via Lima and Papa, EZY84 Mike Foxtrot.
Okay, after start checks, ground crew clearance is received, anti-ice will set when we get on the runway, flaps are set, APU is off, Y pump status is okay, ECAM status is checked, we only have the waiting for the cabin crew to set. Anyway, let's get taxi clearance. Ground EZY22 Lima, we're ready for taxi.
EZY22 Lima, taxi holding point Foxtrot 1, hold short. Runway 23 right, via Juliet Echo and Foxtrot.
Okay, Juliet Echo and Foxtrot for 23 left, I believe that is 22 Lima. Okay, understood, sir, thank you for that. 22 Lima, taxiing now.
Yeah, Manchester ground, Manchester Hotel Whiskey, ready for taxi.
Contact 2 Hotel Whiskey, you able to make the left turn?
Affirmative, able to make the left turn, Contact 2 Hotel Whiskey.
Hotel Whiskey, Roger, make left turn, Hotel, hold Hotel 1, hold short of 23 right.
Make left turn for hotel, hold short Hotel 1 for 23 right, Contact 2 Hotel Whiskey.
EZY84 Mike, fortunately nothing further, one of the Unicorn wants to do display, have a good flight.
Unicorn 122.8, EZY84 Mike Foxtrot, thanks for the ATC.
Contact 2 Hotel Whiskey, nothing further I'm afraid, Unicorn 122.8.
Unicorn 122.8, Contact 2 Hotel Whiskey, thanks for the ATC service.
EZY22 Lima, same for you, unfortunately nothing further, monitor Unicorn 122.8.
Okay, 1228, and thank you again for your help, sir. Bye bye now.
No problem.
Manchester traffic, EZY84 Mike Foxtrot, lining up runway 23 left for straight out departure.
EZY22 Lima, we're approaching runway 23 right to cross. We're visual with the Easyjet to the right and visual with the Tomjet to the left. At EZY22 Lima, once the runway is clear, we will hold for the Tomjet Heavy to go in front.
EZY84 Mike Foxtrot, taking off runway 23 left.
And EZY22 Lima, we're clear runway 23 right and we're holding for the 777 coming from the left. The Dreamliner coming from the left.
EZY22 Lima, contact with Hotel, you may go in front of me. I'm still configuring my FMC.
Okay, so thank you for that. We'll proceed. Thanks very much.
No worries.
Manchester traffic, EZY84 Mike Foxtrot is clear from runway 23 left.
For takeoff checklist, flight controls are checked, TCAS is checked, we've got that set, and we will set the rest of it as we approach the threshold. Since we have no ATC, it's no point in squawking anything at the moment. So we come up to the threshold. Okay, so we'll hold here. So strobes on, all the lights go on. Warn the cabin crew. Goes on, that goes on, that's okay, that's okay, that comes off, we are checked. For takeoff checklist then, on the runway, cabin crew signal, packs, we're leaving the packs on, takeoff runway 23 left in front of us is correct. For Manchester traffic, EZY22 Lima is rolling runway 23 left, Samba 1 Yankee climbing 5,000 initially. So we'll hold the brakes.
Manchester traffic behind the departing EasyJet.
Power comes
Tom,
up.
Hotel Whiskey landing up on way
Brakes off.
23 left. December 1 Yankee departure.
Set the flex. We're rolling, power is set. Airspeed's alive. .100 knots. B1, we'll rotate. Positive climb, gear comes up. Autopilot 1. Okay, takeoff was at 52. Engine anti-ice 1 and 2 because we've got clouds coming up. So gears up. Okay, back to level climb. Okay, and flaps up. Actually, we'll maintain this speed because of the turn. We don't really want to go too fast. An EZY22 Lima. We're airborne at 5.2, climbing 5,000 and turning south.
Manchester traffic, Tomcat 2 Hotel Whiskey is now at takeoff runway 23 left, departing on December 1 Yankee departure, unrestricted climb up to 19,000.
So we got rain showers ahead of us, but looks okay so far. Let's increase speed a bit more. .225 should do us. Okay, now we will go to manage speed. Since the turn is practically complete. So we maintain 5,000 until we cross Samba, and then we'll climb. So it says ice not detected, but in cloud you really have to have engine anti-ice on because you've got moisture. And again, it keeps flashing me to change the onto standard, but we're not yet past. Once we climb above the trans level or transition altitude, then we change it. So approaching Samba. Manchester traffic, EZY22 Lima's crossing Samba at 5,000 feet. We're in heavy cloud, now climbing level 350. Okay, so we set, there we go. Now we're starting to climb, so now we set the standard. So there we go, we're on the way. As soon as we get clear of this cloud, we will be able to turn the engine anti-ice off. So all of a sudden Manchester radar has come online, so I don't know whether he's going to call us. We'll see what happens. Just to let you guys know, this is the first time I've done an in-flight adventure video for ages. So yeah, there may well be a few mistakes. Single pilot operations on an airliner is always a challenge, and so there you go. So just want to say a quick shout out to my friend Ant and his wife Katie and their kids. We're actually today recreating their flight that they're going on in a couple of days. They're heading off to Larnaca with Easyjet on this very flight, I believe. So I said I'd have a go at flying it and recording it, and this is what we're doing today. So we're coming up on 10,000 feet and we get above the cloud now, so I'm watching this to go up, and indeed it does. So anti-ice can come off and the main lights can go off too. Always have trouble with this one. Yeah. So there we go. Right, after takeoff checklist then please. Landing gear is up and off, flaps are up, ECAMs is checked, no blue. And the standard is set and cross-checked on both. So the after takeoff checklist is complete. It's all looking quite good. So all looking quite good as we climb up through the altitude, through the Midlands, climbing up to 35,000 feet is our cruise today. So we're on the 80-mile range, got a little bit of weather which hopefully we will get well above. All stays pretty good as it is. I'll take the seatbelt signs off at about 20,000 feet. It's all looking good. Couple of quick views around the cockpit. And as you can see today we're flying the Airbus A320. So a quick briefing, the weather en route's looking pretty good. There are some headwinds but nothing serious expected. Should be fine at 35,000. And it's 3 o'clock UK time here in the afternoon on Thursday the 19th of June, and all being well we should be arriving in Larnaca around about 7 PM UK time. So there you are folks, my name's Lee. I hope you've enjoyed this. Like I said, it's not I've not done this for a while, so lots of things that probably I forgot or missed, I didn't film properly. I'll try and make it a decent video when I come to the editing. So we'll see you a little bit later when we're in the cruise, and yeah, we'll talk to you a bit then. So thanks a lot, take care now, bye bye. Well, welcome back folks. Here we are at 35,000 feet. At the moment we've been in the air for about well, it's a little under 3 hours. We're rapidly whizzing down the northern part of the Adriatic Sea. We're in Bosnia-Herzegovina airspace at the moment. We've done well with ATC considering it's a Thursday. We had ATC on the ground out of Manchester. which you've no doubt seen. We've had ATC over central Germany, which generally we get because they're pretty good there. And at the moment it looks like we've got ATC over Greece as well. We're heading very, very quickly towards Greek airspace. And yeah, we'll be talking to them at some point. So there we go, we've got 900 odd miles to go, landing around about 20 past 6, which will be 20 past 7 UK time. The 1821 there is Zulu. Yeah, we're going into Larnaca runway 22, it'll be an ILS approach, providing everything's okay. Weather looks pretty reasonable there, nice and warm, just a few clouds about. Temperature's pretty good, we'll see whether that changes as we get closer. We're going to be having probably around about 2.7 tons when we land. At the moment it's showing 3 tons, but generally it's a little bit less than that, so 2.7 tons is perfectly okay. That was enough to make our alternate should we need to go there, which is Paphos. So we got enough fuel basically to do 2 attempts to land, and should there be any issues we've got enough fuel to divert to Paphos should it be necessary. But so far all looking good. There's a close look at the ECAM upper and lower. As you can see, the engines are doing quite nicely. 7.2 tons and a bit at the moment, and yeah, we're cracking along quite nicely. There's a little bit more cloud out at the moment. There have been some lovely clear spots, but there's a little bit of weather here, nothing serious, but yeah, it looks fine. And just so you know, we've got live weather, and I've also got active sky running, which tends to sort of refine the weather a little bit better, and that's why you get to see these lovely visuals out here. So we're crossing the mountainous region. As I said, we're going to be coming, it's just on the southeastern end of Bosnia-Herzegovina. This is typical of this part of the world, and eventually we'll be entering Greek airspace. And yeah, lovely aircraft, pretty easy to fly. The automatics make it a lot easier. Certainly when we do this thing online, obviously we fly single pilot most of the time, so in the real aircraft they have at least 2 up front. So yeah, it's quite a challenge to fly these birds, but the Airbus technology makes it a lot easier. So there you are, a quick look while we're in the cruise, coming down the southern end of the Adriatic now. I'll come back to you when we get close to the descent. So I'll see you shortly. Well, welcome back to the cockpit. We're now well into the eastern Mediterranean, just clearing Greek airspace, and yep, still continuing southeast. Shortly we'll be turning left to head in towards Cyprus. Descent in about 19 minutes. Weather looks pretty good. We've got scattered clouds, temperatures warm, and the landing on runway 22 as per expected. So there we are, looking towards the Turkish coast. On the east side there's actually ATC over Turkey at the moment, but we're outside their area of control. The sun's going down ever so slowly. It will probably be a bit dark. I think it'll be a bit dark by the time we get there. It's now 1841 Zulu, sorry, 1741 Zulu at the moment. Yep, it's now 1742, and as I say, all being well, descent in about 18 minutes. So we'll come back on the descent. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, we're literally coming up to about 62 miles to top of descent, so we'll do the briefing. So it's going to be an ILS runway 22 landing. The star is the Bone 1 Romeo, and that's all set. So the approach briefing, ECAM status is checked. We got the weather. I'll just double check the weather while we're here. Okay, so the latest weather, the wind's 240 at 8 knots. Visibility is pretty good. We have clouds scattered at 3,500 and at 5,000. Temperatures are balmy 26 degrees, the dew point is 21, and the QNH 1009. So quite nice weather. No problems really, should be a routine sort of landing, although night landings are never routine, as they say. So we have the weather, QNH we've got, trans level is 110, so 11,000 feet. The MSA we will do, or use 4,000 for the MSA. The approach, we've done that, minimum we're about to set up, it'll be a flat full landing. Airfield elevation is 14 feet. The go around, should it become necessary, is climb straight ahead at Larnaca DME 3, so 3 miles, and then turn left on the radial 154 Larnaca VOR to BOSIS, BOSIS, holding climb at 2,000 feet. So hopefully we shouldn't need the missed approach, it should be fairly straightforward. So that's the briefing, everything's pretty good. What we have to do now is work out the landing. So enter destination data, so here we go. So the QNH is 1009, temperature's 26, the wind is 240 at 8. And the trans level is FL110, so they've got that wrong. So it's FL110 goes in there. Decision height for the missed approach is 210 feet, which goes in the barometric one there. And there you can see these are our speeds. The clean speed is 225, although it's probably going to be nearer 210. Flat 187. And then the full flaps will be landing at 143 knots. Not going to add anything to that landing speed because it's not necessary. The wind that's all fairly light, visibility is pretty good, so we're not really going to muck about with that. So, in order to check, okay, we subtract the expected fuel figure from the current fuel figure. So they're saying 3 tons, I'm going to say 2.8, so it's 2,800. We'll take that away from the current fuel figure, which is 3420, which gives us 620. So we take that from the current landing weight, gross weight, which is 62400. So 62400 minus 620 gives us a landing weight of So arrival performance, let's apply the weather. 210 at 8 actually, it's 240 at 8 knots. Temperature's 26. QNH is 10. QNH is 1009. landing weight was, and here you can see we're well within the landing distance of the available runway, so shouldn't be a problem there. So we've got the Larnaca VOR dialed in to nav 2, and there it is showing 124 miles away. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this to 110 first, which is our transition point. Just double checking there's no ATC online, so it's going to be our radar. It'll be a low auto brake. So everything's done so far. So 110.3 ILC is the correct frequency there. The final is actually 200, so it's F. Actually no, it's 220. So there we put 220 goes in there. So there we go. So the briefing is complete and we know what we're doing. And we can see Cyprus beginning to appear in the distance there. Okay, so as we approach, just letting it get a little closer. And there we go, we start our descent. And so far we're pretty much right on. Lights are all on at the moment that are necessary. For some reason we can't get the logo light to come up, but no problem. So coming off on 30,000, give a little bit of speed brake to bring that speed back. In fact, no, we can leave it. We'll leave it for the moment. Yeah, I might be wrong, but I think the fuel's going to be around about 2,800 rather than 3,000. Speed's creeping up a bit, so a little bit of speed brake. Just to bring that under control. Closed. That all looks pretty good. So really, as long as we get over the top of the Larnaca VOR by about sort of 5,000 feet, we should be fine, because we're going to do the teardrop into the runway 22. If we get down over the Larnaca VOR, and then it's going to be outbound, descending to 1,500 feet, and then a left turn to pick up the ILS. Got a strong wind at the moment, as you can see, 52 knots going across the tail. And coming off on the northwest coast of Cyprus below us. Okay, 26,000 feet, let's put the passengers in. and will light things up a little bit. So all looking good. Just a speed brake again to bring that speed off. Do. So 64 miles out, crossing the northwest coast. Right, so we're getting nice and low now, and we're starting to get in towards the areas where we need to look at speed and other things. So what I tend to do is I do this, so I've got a complete look at the flight deck. I can make changes to the altitude and vertical speed and various other things and still have all this in view, and we'll go back to a normal view for the landing. So 18 miles to Bonek, which is the first waypoint. A little bit of chop, nothing serious. And once again the speed is climbing. Closed. Got quite a powerful tailwind, nearly 30 knots. But we're managing here. A beautiful night view of Cyprus below us. We're coming up on 17,000 feet. So with just over 40 miles to go to the VOR and just under 17,000 feet with the 1 in 3 rule, we should hit the VOR at around 5,000 feet easily. So always a useful thing to know, a useful tool to have. Use the 1 in 3 rule to work out distance, 300 feet per nautical mile at a set speed. And it allows you to work out a kind of descent. So coming up on 12,000 feet. Let's double check the QNH. .1010 now, so it's gone up a little bit. So 1,000 to go. So we will reset this to 5,000. And we'll stand by to change to the local QNH, which is now 1010. The ILS is active. Okay, set the QNH now, please. So there we are, local QNH is set. We should start to get the speed come off a bit now. There we go. We'll put the landing lights on. Checked. Okay, speed's coming off nicely. Right, we'll turn the VOR off now so we can unclutter the screen a bit. There's the 5,000 foot point. There's 4,000, so we should be fine. I'm going to pop it to 4,000. And there you can see we're pretty much going to make it, I should think. The aircraft is managing to recover. The flight profile, it's actually done pretty well, to be honest. This is the Phoenix A320, by the way. Give it a little bit of drag. Still got that wind that's changing backwards and forwards a bit. Okay, speed brake's closed. A little bit of cloud coming up. What's the temperature? +20, +9. I think we'll be okay. We don't need anti-ice. So I'm going to bring the speed back to 220 knots. I just don't want to go in too fast. So let's put this down to 1500 now. But you'll put it to 2000. We'll just go a little bit lower, a little bit faster. Cabin's ready. And that should be about right. So 200 knots, please. Okay, flat one. What I might do is extend the outbounds just in case. We'll see how it goes. Okay, back to 180. Larnaca traffic, EZY22 Lima is crossing the VOR. We're now outbound for the downwind and left base into runway 22. Lap 2, please. Okay, so we're on the down. Just do this in case we need to extend the downwind leg a little bit. Okay, back to 160 now. We're getting a little bit of chop here. Okay, flap 3. So we're still above the glide slope, so we're just going to go out a little bit further. It's very windy. Here comes the glide slope. Just let it go up a little bit higher because I want to go below the glide slope. Okay, approaching 2,000 feet. Larnaca traffic, EZY22 Lima, we're turning left base, runway 22. Okay, arm the localizer. Okay, holding at 1,500 feet. Localizer is armed, flap 3 is set. So arm the ground spoilers. So 8 miles out, let's put the gear down. Okay, here comes the localizer. Larnaca traffic, EZY22 Lima. We're on the ILS, runway 22, 7 miles out, number 1 for landing. Okay, Army approach, autopilot 2, runways visual. So here we go. So missed approach is 2000, set that now. 145. Flaps full. Okay, so here we go. So landing checklist please. Gear is down, flaps are full. Speed brake is armed, auto brake is low, missed approach altitude set. The landing checklist is complete and it's a bit windy. See if we can get this landing nailed. So 900 feet. Okay, wind has dropped now. Okay, let's autopilot disconnect. It's looking good so far. This wind is mucking around with us a little bit. Going a little below the glide slope there. Profile back.
100 above.
Checked.
Minima.
Landing.
Flight slow.
$50, $40, $30, $20. Retard.
Landed. Okay, we're on the center line too. Full reverse. Reverse green. 100 knots. And checked. So landed at 24. And EZY2291 Lima, we're clear of the runway, taxiing to the gate. So not a bad landing, we kind of lost it a little bit at the end there. So we're going to stop here. So our flight director's off, flaps up. APU, 1, 2, 3. Taxi lights on. Checked. Strobe can go off now. That goes to standby. Okay, so we taxi. So after landing, exterior lights, flaps, ground spoilers, APU, and the TCAS is at standby. After landing, checklist is complete. Welcome to Larnaca. So let's go into the inner. Go round the corner. Okay, so let's go into 2-4. Okay, welcome to Larnaca. So set the parking brake. APU bleed is on. Nose gear light is off, all of those off. Chocks. GPU is available. Cut 2, cut 1. Ground power, APU is off. Fuel pumps off. Beacons off. Logo is off. Seatbelt signs. Can never get this to work. And that's off. Okay, so here we are. We are parked on stand 2-4. Welcome to Larnaca. For some reason I can't get GSX to unload the passengers. Well, actually I can't get GSX the menu to come up. We'll try once more. Oh, it doesn't seem to want to happen, so anyway, I'll put that like that. See whether it works or not. Okay, welcome to Larnaca. Thank you for following the flight. Hopefully I can edit this so that it's something that you can enjoy watching. And my thanks to Ant and Katie and the family for letting me do this, and I hope they've enjoyed it too. So there you are, folks, one adventure video. I'm going to try and get my review of Westchester White Plains out before the end of the week, but it might have to wait till next week. There's been a few things going on. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the flight, and thanks for flying with me. My name's Lee, your virtual airline pilot, saying bye for now.